Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing another pick a card reading today. This one is going to be what do people love about you? So I'm going to get right into it and pull those 3 cards for us. I'll pause it and then, okay, so the first card out for these 3 piles is going to be the 3 of Earth. So that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the Curiosity of Earth. Or obviously, so maybe not so obviously, but the Earth is going to be Pentacles. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles as the first pile, and then the Page of Pentacles as the second pile. And then the third pile today is going to be the Seeker, or in the traditional Rider-Waite Smith Tarot deck, that is the Hermit. So yeah, those are our 3 piles today. Feel free to take your time. And if you feel called to more than one pile today, feel free to go to multiples. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, we're going to get right into it. All right, pile number 1. If you chose the 3 of Earth or the 3 of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading today on what people love about you. Alright, beautiful. Sweet. So, the first card that came out for what people love about you, pile number 1, is the 5 of Earth. So, I'm getting with this card that people really, really are loving the way that you're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel in different situations. You're able to really bring about change for the better within your life, and people can see that even if and when when you have gone through challenging situations, you're able to really pull yourself out of it, using the tools that you've really developed and cultivated over your lifetime. People see you very strongly standing in the face of any challenges, and really seeing the positive sides of it, the lessons that are coming from it, and holding yourself in a new light, always willing to see your perspectives from anew, see your challenges anew, and people really love that about you. Yeah, especially coming in conjunction here with the Hang Up, or in traditional Rider-Waite Smith Tarot, it's going to be the Hanged Man. So with the Hang Up, there's this beautiful creative energy that you have to view your perspectives from a new space, from a new angle, to re-understand your situation from new perspectives, and doing so very gracefully, even when it is clearly a quite complex situation that you're dealing with. You're able to make it look pretty easy, and honestly, there's a lot of faith in this card that I see, and a lot of trust in your path and in whoever or whatever guides and protects your life. There's a deep faith here, a deep protective space, and your spirit guides and honorable ancestors are really seeing that. They really are watching over all of these different complex situations that you go through in your life. Whatever you've gone through, I just see that they're watching, your spirit guides are watching over you, keeping you safe along the journey, even when you haven't seen them there. Even in those times when you felt like you were alone, there's been that guidance and that protection over you, and people love this about you. They see that you're glowing from this divine guidance, this divine protection, and you're balancing yourself very well throughout any shifts and changes that have happened to you. We also have coming out for you the Seven of Air. So with this card, I'm really seeing that, or the Seven of Swords, in other words, as the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck would suggest. Seven of Air here, I'm really getting this I'm getting a couple of different things. I'm getting both your willingness to be courageous and go after the things that you're called towards, and your courage in not allowing fears to hinder your progress and your growth and what you're going after. And I also do see here with this like mirroring imagery that I see in the card with the two foxes, this like kind of natural ability that you have to reflect within your own mind and give yourself that space to reflect on what you're learning and what you think and what you're developing into, and holding a space for yourself to go within and to dive into that intellectual mind that you have and just allow that world to exist more fully by giving it your attention and your space. And people just really love the way that you're able to self-reflect and grow in your emotional, your intellectual intelligence. A lot of like glowing imagery I see in these cards, specifically surrounding your mind and the pathway that you're on. So I just see that people really love your mind in general, your perspective, your willingness to transform your own perspective, to utilize your tools that you have in your hands to better craft and mold your own brain so that it can work for you as opposed to against you. The next card coming out is the Sovereignty of Earth, or the King of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. This card really representing here for me a lot of stability, internal and external. So this world that you've created for yourself really being set on solid foundations and solid internal strength and external strength. So you being able to find that balance within your life to both internally master your world and externally master your world. Two King is coming out like one after the other, because then the next card crowning this reading is the King of Air, or the King of Swords. So Sovereignty of Air crowning your reading. So there is that like intellectual external mastery there with the King of Swords, as well as the internal mastery and the physical realm. So like the intellectual realm as well as the material realm, and allowing yourself to exist in both spaces, not saying one is more important than the other, but really trusting that both hold a very important role in our lives, all of our lives. And how can you hold space for both of those different realms, the internal and the external realm? It's really beautiful. People are loving this about you. They're really inspired, I feel, from this energy. And actually, with the Three of Earth, or the Three of Pentacles coming out, there is that also that, like, that was the card that you originally chose. So there's this overarching energy of people looking and seeing a lot of inspiration from you, feeling a lot of inspiration towards you, and looking to you as an example in different realms of their life. And that's so beautiful. People coming to you for different things that you have come to master over time. Wow. People really do love you. I think that I feel this like kind of worldly anti-energy, where you are just like this auntie and aunt to like a lot of different rich auntie vibes, right? where you are this aunt to a lot of different people all throughout your life and throughout the world, and as a source of inspiration and wisdom and guidance, you are there for different people while also giving to yourself and upholding your own self-care and what you need to best give to yourself, to best give to the world. You know, you've got to find that give and that take within yourself, and everybody has a different limit and in terms of what they can give and what they need to give back to themselves to find balance and stability there. And people really love this, you being willing to find stability and balance, and also like being kind of like free flowing at the same time, not being too stagnant or like set in one realm or the other, but allowing for both of those realms to hold space in your life and for you to allow yourself to be the complex individual that you are. So there's a lot of really beautiful energy in this reading, and I just see that that's what people really love about you. You being willing to find that balance and look from a new perspective and see the light and see the good, see that silver lining throughout different challenges, and utilizing that strong mind that you have to, and creative mind that you have to get yourself out of tricky situations, to mold your life in the way that you see fit, to build and grow your own mind so that it can work for you in this lifetime. And people want to come to you. They want to know how you're doing this because they want some of that. That's amazing. Very beautiful energy. So yeah, I'm just loving it as well. I see why people are loving this in you. So yeah, that's going to be your reading today. Thank you so much for being here. I really am so grateful I got to read your energy today, and I'm sending you lots of love from here. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, hello pile 2. If you chose this card, the Page of Pentacles or the Curiosity of Earth, this is going to be your reading today, and we're going to get right into it. So what makes my pile 2? What is it that my pile? What do people love? I was like, what am I doing this reading on? What do people love about pile 2? What do people love about pile 2? Oof, wow, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous energy. Okay, so first card coming out, the Five of Air. This one really came out strongly in reverse. I don't really read too often reverses, but that one did just sit right down, upside down. So I really get this energy with the Five of Air or the Five of Swords, that you are willing to stand up for what you believe, and you are also willing to be wrong and to see where you went wrong and to see those mistakes and to hold yourself accountable for those mistakes. You are not afraid anymore to speak your truth because you allow yourself to be human and to evolve your knowledge and to evolve your truth into, you know, the highest degree that you can be at in that given space and time, you know, because the mind is a muscle that we're always growing and evolving and improving. So we can only know as much as we know in that time, and we can always try to learn more. And an important step to that is giving yourself that grace in that space and allowing yourself to be wrong when you didn't know what you know now. So people are loving that energy in you, that you admit that you don't know everything, and that being such an important, you know, step to learning more. Because if you don't admit what you don't know, then you'll never be willing to learn those things that you don't know. So that's just an important part to being human, and people are really loving that you've come to like begin to master that energy. And the Nine of Water, wow, Nine of Cups coming out, this beautiful wish fulfillment card. I see people are really loving how much you are loved. So the way that you are being upheld in your community and the people around you, and how you're being viewed by the world around you, people are beginning to see that and really understand and love just how beautiful you are and how much you have to offer the world, and how many wishes they really are seeing you as, if that makes sense, or like a lot of people seeing you as wish fulfillment, or maybe they're seeing you go after your own wishes really strongly, and they're really loving this. They're loving the way that you take the opportunities around you and really run with them, and you have this beautiful ability to turn what you're touching into gold, turn what you're creating into gold and opportunities. And people are so like inspired by that and excited to see what you're going to create next. I see you in the spotlight in some ways, and people really just admiring you from that, from what you've created for yourself. They're inspired by what you've been able to grow, in your life, and they're just kind of watching and admiring all these different accomplishments and all the things that you're still accomplishing in your life. That's very beautiful energy. Yeah, because right after that came out the Eight of Earth, or the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a card of that grind, that hard work, that daily effort, the step-by-step process that gets you to those goals. It's the everyday actions that grow and build and and create this life that you're living, and leading by example is what I just heard for some reason. You maybe are just leading by example. You're acting more than you are talking, and you're creating the legacy that you have always wanted to live. And you're doing this by taking steps every day, small steps, big steps, whatever steps you feel called to in that moment, and thinking through these big goals, like setting out a plan, and then taking those strategic or steps or deliberate actions to bring about these changes for yourself, and knowing that over time you will create your dreams and you will accomplish what you've set out to accomplish, because you're taking the actions and you're also allowing the universe to kind of like, I just see this like little sliver there, being like the universe weaving its web throughout everything that you're doing. There is also the universe weaving its own web of creation and blessings into your life, and your spirit guides, angels, ancestors watching over you and helping to weave this web with the universe and with you. There's this co-creational aspect that people are loving about you, and like in your energy as you create, there's this trust and faith that the universe is also helping you to maneuver. So there's not this like there's no like kind of chaotic energy of like, I need to like accomplish all of these things, and like this striving. There's no longer this striving energy of impatience, but a deep gratitude and an underlining understanding that as you know, you work and give time for your manifestations to grow and develop, it will all work out in divine timing. And I think that people really love that kind of energy that you hold deeply throughout all the projects that you're working on. Anything that you're doing in this life, there is that deep trust and faith that the universe has your back as well, because you know that you're also putting in that energy to create what it is that you want in this life, and going after that bravely, courageously. That's so beautiful. I'm inspired too by that. And then we also have the star coming out. So this is such a beautiful card of inspiration. Speaking of, the star card is the card that comes right after the Tower card in the tarot, the major arcana. So after the Tower moment comes this divine healing, comes this deep, transformative, deeply eternal healing. Eternal healing. There's this beautiful ethereal energy that you're giving off because of how deeply you've healed through different things that you've gone through just in general in life. You've really deeply gotten to the root of these different challenges that you've gone through, and you've healed through that depth, that underbelly of whatever the issue was. You got deep into it and you healed it from the root, from the core, and people are really inspired by this energy. You are giving off this beautiful, like, glowing star-like energy when you've gone through this deep healing journey, and people are really inspired by that. They're really loving that energy coming from you. Star card is such a powerful energy. People are loving the way that you're able to be in two realms at once, stepping into the physical realm and also stepping into the ethereal realm, into the spiritual realm. People see you hold space in both, and they understand to a certain level that is a challenge to hold space for your life in both realms simultaneously, and yet you do it so effortlessly because you've really developed these habits from a deep and healing place. It's so beautiful. I just feel this peace through this card. I think people feel a lot of peace when they're in your energy field, and they love that. The crowning card for your reading today is the Four of Air, or the Four of Air, or the Four of Swords. So this is that rest and this healing energy that you hold all throughout your life. It's like maybe you've been meditating or something, but people really have been feeling this like deep, calming peace that you're just emitting from inside out. And people love to be in your energy because they also get to feel that peaceful energy that you've cultivated for your life. It's like taking a deep breath in. That's what your energy feels like for people, and they really just adore that. Your willingness to take space for yourself, your willingness to rest, your willingness to look inside, your willingness to heal yourself, your willingness to be okay in your present moment. I think that's why I brought up meditation, because I think that meditation can really offer this kind of similar peaceful presence, this peace in the present moment. So, yeah, I just get that very strongly from you. I think people feel like you feel like meditation, if that makes sense. You feel like the space of meditation where everything and nothing exists, and just great peace comes from that stillness. The card you chose for your pile 2 was the Curiosity of Earth, or the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is the student of the tarot. They are the learner. They are the student and the teacher all in one. There's great wisdom I feel from this card. It's like the wisdom of the wisdom of both an elder and a child in one person, because there's the experience that comes from the elder, and yet the joy and pure curiosity and light energy that comes from the child, that I think is interwoven within your spirit, and people love that. They love to be in your energy because they feel like they will be both nurtured. Wow, here is that elder and the child symbolism so clearly. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, there's this like wise elder energy where things will be taken care of because you're there and you think of the things that need to be thought of. And yet there's also this playful, light, joyful energy that you bring, and you dance with life and you play all throughout life, and that childlike wonder and joy permeates throughout your whole existence. And that brings people joy and peace as well. Your lightheartedness, because if you were to take things too seriously all the time, I think that people would be worried. You know, it's like, oh no, what are they worried about? Should I be worried? But no, you bring this like calm demeanor and this trust in the universe and this playful energy, this light energy, this fool's energy, and people really love to be in that space with you. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. Thank you so much, Pile 2. That was amazing. I'm so grateful I got to experience that energy and to read these cards for you. Thank you. I'm really excited to see you all more, and I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and feel free to like and share and subscribe or comment below if this resonated, and I'll see y'all very soon. Love y'all. Bye. Alright, hello Pile 3. If you chose the Secret card, or in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, it would be called the Hermit. If you chose that card, you're in pile number 3, and welcome. I'm super excited to get into this. This reading is all going to be about what do people love about you. So I'm going to dive right into it for y'all. What do people love about my pile number 3? Ooh, beautiful, fiery, feisty energy. I love that for y'all. Okay, so the first card coming out was the Seven of Earth. That's so beautiful, because what I originally felt with all these other cards that came out was the fiery energy, because there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of wands energy out here. And yet the first card coming out was the Seven of Earth, or the Seven of Pentacles, and this card speaks on awaiting rewards. Patiently awaiting your rewards, patiently trusting that what you have what you will reap what you sow. So the seeds that you've planted, you're willing to wait for those fruits to come through. You're waiting for your beautiful blessings to come through. You have a lot of patience here, and people really see that in you. Your diligence to the steps to get you to where you're going, and your willingness to wait for those to come through for yourself. People really loving that energy that you have, this deep knowing that you're going to get what you desire, because what you desire is also desiring you. Next out was the Ace of Fire. So here's like some of that fiery energy initially coming out. The Ace of Fire, or the Ace of Wands energy, is really a spark of inspiration, a lightning bolt of wisdom that comes through like a divine message. The Ace of Fire is the spark that asks you to follow it, and people see your willingness to follow those sparks of inspiration. People see you as this very creative force, and they see you as also courageous enough to go after these different sparks of inspiration that you feel. People see this burning passion within you. They love that fire within you. They can see the light in your eyes, the spark in your eyes. They feel you going after your goals with such gusto, with such drive, such inspired action, and they're so just in love with that. They just love that about you. They love your passion. I think in some ways there's this like sexual energy also coming out of the Ace of Fire, so I think people really feel sexually drawn to you as well. There's this like excitement that people feel around you, and whether it's your excitement for the world that they're feeling or feeding off of, or if it's their excitement to seeing you, there is a lot of excitement around you. People just love that kind of excitement that you cultivate within them. Yeah, especially with the Two of Water coming out in conjunction with the Ace of Fire, I think there is a romance energy to both the Ace of Fire and the Two of Water, Two of Cups. But it doesn't have to necessarily be romantic at all. It could also be friendships too. Friends that feel the spark of passion with you and want to create with you, feel inspired by you, want to co-create with you, or in tandem with you, or like in your energy field creating with you in some way. There is a lot of just passion and love and excitement surrounding even the creations that you manifest with your connections in your life. The journeys that you go on, people want to go on journeys with you. They want to like explore the world with you. They want to think of new ideas with you. They want to have conversations with you that they haven't had with anybody else. There's this beautiful energy also here of like people being able to have conversations with you that they don't have with other people, and they love that. They want to just sit down and chat with you, and they want to sit by. I'm just seeing like sitting out in nature, having conversations with you. That's what people love a lot about you. They can see you're connected to the world around you, and they want to connect in the world with you. They want to celebrate with you. They want to celebrate your successes. They want to be on your team. They want to, be at the parties where you have like your launch parties. They want to like be by your side as you go through these goals, and as you accomplish your tasks. They want to be by your side to like laugh and play with you in celebration of those accomplishments. More fiery energy with that Six of Fire, the Six of Wands, and crowning the whole reading here is the Five of Fire. So that Five of Wands energy. People also feel your spark of just spiciness. People feel that you are also like spicy energy, and they like that about you. They like that you're willing to speak up and stand up for what you believe in, and you aren't afraid of like confronting somebody in a respectful manner when you know something needs to be spoken on, and you're not afraid of like having those conversations with others. I think that people really love the fire and the zeal and the energy that you bring to conversations of all kinds, even the more difficult ones, the more complex ones. People do appreciate you being able to stand firm in those spaces too. And I think all of that has come from this like deep internal healing that you've done, because the Seeker is what your card of choice was. This was what you were originally drawn to for pile 3. So I do feel like the reason why you've been able to get to this place of patience and also of passion, and finding the balance between the two, is the deep internal healing work that you've really gone through throughout your lifetime. I feel that you've done a lot of internal learning and internal work to get you to this place now where you're able to sit with yourself and see your complexity and exist in that place of complexity without trying to say one version of you is more important than the other, but that all sides of you hold space and hold a place in your life. The hermit is, or the seeker is the wise knower. It is the one willing to go deep, the one willing to leave the comforts of what's known, to go into the underworld of what's not known and learn the lessons and reap the harvest of what can come from deep internal healing. When you heal from the root, what can that look like in your life, and who can you become when some of these aspects of yourself you've deeply been healing and have healed? And what can your world now look like? How can you better step into who you are and who you're meant to be in this lifetime, and offer the world whatever it is that you're here to offer the world? How do you more fully offer those things to the world that you've been called to create or called to offer? I do feel a great balance because you do have here earth, water, and fire, and the seeker, I think, in some ways does represent air. You've got that like mercurial energy, which is typically pretty airy, pretty intellectual. So I do see this balance of the different elements within yourself, and people really loving this balance that you have, even if initially all they saw was the fire, or all they saw was the earth. As they deepen and get to know you from a deeper level, they see these different sides of you, and they see your complexity, and it really changes their perspective on what it is to be a human and who they can be in themselves as well. And that's so transformative. I don't even know if you realize how many people you transform just through you being yourself, and from you having healed different aspects of yourself to allow you to more fully step into who you are. But I think maybe this is why you came to this reading, because you should see these things. They're so beautiful within yourself. There's so many people that so deeply and like overwhelmingly love you and love these aspects of yourself and love who you are and how deeply you've transformed and how far you've come and all that you've accomplished and all that you will accomplish. There's a lot of love and gratitude here for who you are. And I want you to know that. I want you to feel that too, because you are a very special individual, and a lot of people are so in love with you and so in love with these aspects of you and so inspired by you. I want to just like love you in different ways and like be with you because of this beautiful energy you bring to the table, the excitement that you bring to the table, and the patience. You know, I think people are inspired both by the fiery go-getting energy and your willingness to sit back and receive. I do feel that Empress energy as well. There's like that equal balance of the Emperor and the Empress, the Aries energy and that, or the Martial energy and that Venusian energy there of receiving, giving and receiving, going forth and sitting back, balancing, you know, creation and rest, both being crucial to what it is to be alive, and thus both hold a strong space in your life. And I think that's so beautiful, and so many people really love that, and I really love that too, and I'm inspired as well. So I'm just so grateful that you allowed me to read for you, and I was able to feel this energy. It's so strong and so beautiful, and I love y'all so much. I'm so grateful for you allowing me to do this reading. Feel free to like and share and subscribe, and feel free to also comment down below if any of this resonated. I'm so excited to see y'all in my next reading, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. I love y'all. Bye.